Hello guys, welcome to another video. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm just stretching my shoulders and my chest, just for mobility, because today I'm going to be working chest and triceps. So as you can see, I'm just got just a green really light stick here, made for stretching. And as you can see, I'm just moving it around, stretching my shoulders and warming up my rotator cuffs as well. So as you see here, stretching the chest as much as I can, just to get as much blood into the muscle as well. Okay, now I've got just 2.5 kilo plates here, which I'm using again for rotator cuff twists. So just warming up the rotator cuffs again there, nice and light. That's it, just doing it nice and light there. And now what you can see, I'm just doing some lateral raises, side raises now. Again, just warm up the shoulders. I like to warm up the shoulders as much as I can before I train as well, especially if I'm doing any upper body movements like chest, just because it's otherwise there's more of a high chance of getting injured. So I like to warm up as much as I can, because actually I've never had a proper injury really, to be honest, to do with training, and I've been training for over 6 years now. So I've never had any proper injury. Well, I've had my lower back. My lower back is actually, well, I don't really know what's wrong with it, but it does just sometimes go. Sometimes I feel like a bit of a pop sort of thing, but it's nothing long lasting at all anyway, so it's definitely not joint related anyway. Okay, so as you can see here now, again, I'm doing more rotator cuff twists. So for this one, I'm going a little bit heavier. I've got a heavier dumbbell here, and then my elbow or arm tricep is on my knee as well. Just the reason I actually started doing this is because I saw a video of Steve Cook doing it, and he explained actually the reason to do it as well, because he said when you do rotator cuff twists fairly heavy, you want really your shoulder or your elbow, sorry, to be supported. You want it to be definitely to be supported, just so it doesn't put as much stress on the shoulder cuff, on the rotator cuff itself. Okay, now I'm just starting off bench press, flat bench press. I just did the bar for a few reps there, just warming up. Again, I do as much warm up as I can. Like you can see here, I got up just a plate aside, 60 kilos or 135 pounds. Now again, doing even more weight, slightly, again, just very slowly adding weight. So I started with 60 kilos. Now here, 80 kilos for a few reps. And the next one, as you'll see in a second, will be... Oh, I'm doing it now actually, doing it now actually. So yeah, now I'm doing just, going to be warming up with 100 kilos or 225 pounds. Just putting the weights on as well. And as well, as you can see, I'm actually putting the weights on the floor there, but I do actually all the time put my weights away after lifting. So after I've completely finished bench press, I will put all my weights away. It's very important. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm just benching 100 kilos or 225 pounds just for about 5 or 6 reps there. Just again warming up. Now going a little bit heavier even, so I'm going to 110 kilos now. So I think about 2 reps I think there is here. Yeah, that's it, 2 reps. Just again, nice and warm. And now I'm doing my working set here. So I'm doing 120 kilos. And I'm be going for 3 reps. As you'll see, the last one is a big grind. That's it as well. What you want to make sure is that your shoulder blades are really pushed back into the bench, which you can see mine are. And so you make sure that your chest is out, just so it doesn't put as much strain or stress onto your shoulders, onto the front of your shoulders. A lot of people I do see is actually bench, and their shoulders, as they press up, their shoulders come up, so they don't retract the scapula properly, and the scapula loosens. You want to keep your shoulders back the entire time. That's it. As you can see now, I'm just doing 100 kilos, just doing as many reps as I can. I think I get about 10 reps here. I did actually do 2 sets of 120 kilos actually. 2 sets of 120 kilos, 3 reps both sets, but I didn't actually video this second one. Okay, alright, now finished with bench press, I'm going to incline dumbbell press. As you can see, it still looks very light, just because again, I just do one warm-up set of incline dumbbell press, just so I can get more of the blood into the upper portion of the chest. Otherwise, if I go straight into it, heavy weight for incline dumbbell press, I feel it too much on my front of my shoulders, because when you do any sort of incline pressing movement, it does actually work slightly more of your front of your shoulders. So that's why I warm up properly in my chest, squeezing my chest with the warm-up sets. And again, you want to make sure you keep your shoulder blades back the entire time. Chest up, bum on the bench, and feet flat on the ground. You want those points of contact on the ground and on the bench. It helps you drive the weight up much better. Okay, as you can see, I'm doing my second set here. I did actually do 4 sets of incline dumbbell press. The first one set was, I think I got about 10 reps, I think it was. And the second set, as you see, this one, and it'd be the second, third, and fourth, I'll be doing a drop set as well. So I go to a failure, which I think I got 9 reps there. That's it. Then I'm picking up just a lighter dumbbell and literally repping out as many as I can a drop set. So I think I got 9 reps the first portion of this. Then with the lighter weight, I'm not too sure how many reps I've got here actually, but just I'm not even bothered about counting. Just literally going until my body or chest goes to complete failure as well. Okay, now as you can see, I'm doing some incline dumbbell flies. Flies, especially dumbbell flies, is one of my favorite exercises for chest. The reason I do like it is because you get a good stretch in the chest. As you can see, I'm putting the dumbbells back as far as I can. This is the way Arnold used to train as well. He used to go down so far that his hands or dumbbells could nearly touch the ground. When it was flat, that is. But when I'm doing an incline, again, same method. Going back as far as I can. And this, I don't feel it on my shoulders, just because I keep my chest up and shoulders back the entire time as well. And again, when you press together, you don't need to get dumbbells to touch completely. Otherwise, it loses tension on the muscle. So just leave a slight gap, just a few inches between each dumbbells. And as you can see there, I was just pressing them as well. So I was doing a fly, then straight into a close grip press with dumbbells resting against each other. It's trying to squeeze the inner upper portion of the chest. So a lot of people's weak point of their chest actually is the inner upper portion of the chest. So myself, occasionally, I like to do this exercise or mix them two together at least to get a good pump in the upper chest, in the whole upper chest outer portion. Doing this, the flies, and then inner portion when you're pressing together as well, as you'll see again in a second. That's it. So dumbbells together again, pressing straight up. Again, as well with any sort of pressing motions, I don't straighten my arms completely. If you straighten your arms completely, what it does, it puts the load onto your tricep muscles and onto your joints as well, your elbow joint. So it goes just through your bones and onto your joint instead mainly. Okay, next exercise, what I'm doing here, I'm doing some cable flies. So as you can see, I'm standing fairly upright and I'm doing my arms flying forward. This gets us a stretch in the chest and also good contraction. I do like doing cables for chest, just because when you're using cables, there is constant tension. The cable is trying to pull you back the entire time. So you can see there as well, my arms are fixed. So what that means, you have a very slight bend in the elbow, but you keep that very slight bend the entire time. So the best way you want to think of it is pretend that your arm basically is in a cast. You've broken your arm and it's in a cast. Your elbow you cannot move. The only joint you can move is your shoulder. And that makes sure that your biceps or even triceps don't activate. Literally is just your chest, or maybe very, very slightly front of your shoulders. Okay, now you can see me doing just a press machine here, shoulder press machine, completely flat. So again, my arms aren't straightened completely, as I said, any sort of press motion. Otherwise, like I said, It puts too much pressure onto your elbow joint and your triceps as well. That's it. Again, the posture, correct. Shoulders back, retract your scapula, squeeze your back, chest up, and you can have a very slight arch in your back as well, just to stick your chest out, gets the extra squeeze in the chest. Alright, now next exercise I'm doing is pullovers. So pullovers is one of my a very good exercise for the chest. Also slightly works the back as well, depending on the way you do it. Again, the way I'm doing it here, so I'm bringing the dumbbell as far down as I can and bringing my hips down as well. So as you can see, what I'm doing, I'm bringing my hips down. So basically, as you bring arms down and hips down together, it gets a nice stretch in the chest and entire torso. Basically trying to expand that rib cage. This is what Arnold, again, used to do a lot. And this is his philosophy of training as well. Trying to get stretch in the chest. And as you bring your weight up, you squeeze the chest as much as you can. Okay, now that's chest complete. I'm just going to be doing 2 exercises of triceps now. So this exercise you may not have seen before, or may not have seen many times, but this one is a skull crusher, but with dumbbells. Dumbbell skull crushers. This one you cannot go too heavy, otherwise you put a lot of pressure on your elbow joint, or you would start cheating and moving more of the upper portion of your arm. So as you can see, my arms are going fairly low down, my hands in line with my head. So it's about 90-degree angle or just less, and my elbows there as well. As you come up, as you saw, I was twisting my hands as well. Okay, now the last one. I don't actually know the name of this one, but I'll call it like presses for your triceps. So as you can see, I'm just resting the dumbbell completely on my chest, release my hands, grab onto the dumbbell again and press up. This one works your tricep again, but this one works slightly different portion of tricep, where it's more of the portion closest, let's say, to your elbow as well. Very good exercise. Okay, well that's it, completely done. Thanks for watching. See you next time.